Girls only do this if they really like you. Don't skip this guide. Leave a like on the video, my love, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe to receive new advice. Do this to help the channel continue to grow. Leaving a like is all I ask as a gift. Sometimes, trying to figure out if a girl likes you can be extremely difficult because you end up thinking maybe she's just being nice like a friend, and then you absolutely completely miss those signs. So let's dive into the many traits that a girl does when she actually likes you. My name is Pamela Raquel, and have an amazing day. The first thing she will do is give you the second stare, accompanied with a smile. If you lock eyes with a girl, it could be an accidental look. However, you will know that if she continues to look at you, she likes you. When your eyes meet up, she might give you a smile or a giggle or a nervous look. She might completely turn herself away, but then she comes back and approaches you and smiles more. These are all signs that she definitely likes you, because the most obvious sign she doesn't is that she gets rid of any eye contact whatsoever and literally turns away like this. The prolonged eye contact. The longer that a lady stares at someone, well, the more chances she has at releasing oxytocin, which is the love bonding hormone, if you didn't know. So, if you see a lady that is actually looking at you for longer than 3 seconds, it's a sign she's trying to engage with you, and she wants you to come over and introduce yourself. Or maybe she's micro-sleeping, but I'm sure it's not that one. She looks self-conscious and is fidgeting. You will notice that a lady fiddles with her hair or her jewelry or something on her person, and it's a sign she's a little bit anxious and she's doing this behavior to calm her nerves. But what's important here is that this isn't just the one thing you have to look out for. This has to be teamed up with lots of other signs in the video to be a guaranteed go-ahead. She does like you because she could just be fiddling with her scarf because she's actually very anxious in general. She connects you both on social media. If she is doing anything to connect the both of you together, this is actually her showing you off because, well, she's very interested. It could be she tags you in pictures of you both together, she shares something on your Facebook wall, or even comments on your pictures and statuses. Basically, she's telling the world that she wants to be seen with you and associated with you. She gets in contact first and very often. If it feels like she's trying to maintain that conversation, keeps the topics going, she pops up out of nowhere asking how your day is going, it's a sign she really is feeling something for you. If it feels like she's trying to put in a lot of effort into her messages without them coming across as very generic and boring, and she wants a response, it's because she wants you to see her as an interesting person and get a good back and forth going on between you both. Oh, the subtle inquiry into your dating life. Notice how she asks if you are single. She's not going to do it directly. She will be very clever about how she gathers this information. She wants to know all about your female friends, your recent breakups, and anything that is going to give her enough information for her to know that you are healthy, you are single, and available for her. She gives you her undivided attention. When you guys are talking, you will notice she is focused intently on you. She's not checking the notifications on her phone, she won't interrupt you when you are talking, she looks you in the eye. And if someone interrupts the conversation, she will always go back and make you finish that thing that you were actually saying prior to the interruption. She wants to spend as much time as she can with you. A lady that is interested will make herself very available to a guy. You may feel you're running into her by accident, when really, this was done on purpose. If you seem to be hanging out a lot in the friend group or going to the favorite bars together, she's doing this so that she can see you a lot often to build that attraction. She tries to build an emotional connection. Don't expect small talk from a girl that is interested in you. She's very sincere about your emotions because she wants to know more, and this is where guys get confused, thinking that she's just been very friendly. She's building a connection, don't confuse it. While she is asking you questions, she looks you in the eye. When she talks, you will notice she shares secrets about her own personal life too, and this is all in the bid for you guys to build a connection and grow with each other. She is very, very giggly. Now, we all knew this one was going to crop up and make an appearance in the video, didn't we? Because girls that fancy someone will actually laugh at their jokes, despite how corny, cringy, or dad jokey they are. The not-so-accidental touch. Guys are great at wow, so many things, apart from actually this specifically small thing, they have no idea if a touch was accidental or on purpose. Let me tell you, when a girl touches a guy, she does not do this accidentally. I mean, if she fell over onto you, that's very obvious that it was an accident, but when she touches you, it is always a sign that she wants you to know that there is a lot more available if you want to come over and grab it. She will disguise it, though. She doesn't just kind of run up to you with her hands open wide and crossing your face. She'll make it seem very motherly, in a non-weird way. I mean, she will squeeze your arm when you say something emotional, offer to hug you when you share a sad story, or hug you to congratulate you. Physical closeness. She stands next to you at any moment that she can. Maybe you guys work together, and you notice that when you have your meetings, she is always there. If you guys hang out in the same friend group, she is always next to you. She will always want to stand or sit next to the person she is most interested in, so be very mindful of this. She exposes her skin. Now, you can take this as delicate or as extreme as you think. If a girl is trying to show off her assets, you know what I'm talking about, it's because she is trying to attract you. But some sort of things that you will notice is, she will expose the actual neck area. So if you see her flipping her hair back like this, or putting her hair up, or even revealing her wrists, she is showing you her delicate parts of herself because it's a sign of femininity and that she's actually trying to seduce you. If you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know, to confirm that you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and share it later. Let's continue. Women get turned off when you say these things, and you're probably saying them. Today, we are in dangerous territory because we are going to discuss some of the things that guys say which completely turn ladies off. Now, this is useful because it's stuff that you will say on the date, you will see in your long-term relationship, in your marriage, which will 1. Stop you from getting the second date, 2. Potentially get you a slap, and 3. Well, you're not going to have any intimacy, you know where I'm going with that. So, you're going to find out a little bit more about the things that you should not really ever actually say. This is the video for you. My name is Pamela Raquel, and if you are watching from the UK today and you are melting in the heat like I am in the studio, give me a huge thumbs up. Let's start the video. The first thing is bragging about your gym gains. Like, yeah, that's great, you go to the gym, but unless we're gym heads ourselves, we probably don't really care. No, I can say that with confidence, we definitely don't care. We don't care what type of routine you have, we don't care about the protein shake you talk about, and we don't really care how much you can deadlift and bench. It's just something that us ladies don't really have an interest in. Like I said, unless we are competing for bodybuilding tryouts ourselves. You are literally saying, look at me, I'm filled up with testosterone, don't you like me, baby? I could pick you up and bench you 30 times. It's a little bit weird and it's very arrogant at the same time. And remember, women want to date positive guys. We don't care how much you can bench. Yeah, it's nice that you look good, but apart from that, we don't want to hear it. Too many swear words. If you end up giving us sentences which you can't finish an actual sentence without inserting a swear word, it shows you have a lack of intelligence. Now, this doesn't apply to every single relationship because there might be ladies that swear a lot themselves, but as an average rule of thumb, specifically on very first dates, try to refrain from swearing as much because it shows that you have to add lots of specific emphasis into your sentences to sound more sincere, to be more exciting, to show your aggression. Basically, it means that you aren't confident with the things you have to say because you have to add in lots of emphasis. Turning everything sexual. If you are the type of person that turns everything into a sexual innuendo, you come across as slightly strange. Women will assume that 1, you are reverging and you are obsessed with sex, but 2, it shows that you only just care about sex with her and not actually her for who she is. Women don't ever want to feel used, and this type of behavior makes you come across as a player. Now, back in our drum video, we actually talk about the signs of perfect attraction, that is having a little bit of sexual tension but making her feel comfortable, and if you do one or the other, it could be you come across as a player or you come across and you end up getting friend-zoned, which you don't want any of those things. So, try to refrain from turning everything sexual. I get it, she might be really hot, you are trying to get her into the mood by talking about sex, but talking about sex really does the complete opposite and will turn her off. Next on the list, we have not texting first. Women do love the chase, and if you want to know more about the psychology of why that is, we do have a video dedicated to just that. You can check that out in just a moment, but in general, women hate to feel like they are the one that's driving the conversation. If you never text her first, one day she's going to scroll through and think, all my messages are blue. There's nothing from the other person. Clearly, I'm being too needy and clingy, and she will detach and break away. And that is when she starts giving you the tests. She will start to withdraw and pull away, be a little bit cold to actually find out if you actually miss her. So yes, if you don't text first and you only reply to her messages every once in a while, she's going to be very majorly turned off. Sorry, what? What did you say? Yes, if you have to ignore your lady, it's a huge turn off. Women don't want to be second best to your smartphone, to Reddit, to your PlayStation, to a sports game. If you have to constantly say, sorry, what, babes? I didn't hear you, it's a huge turn off, so please listen. If you can for a girl's product, I actually quite like it. There's something slightly misogynistic when a guy says something along the lines of, you know what, for a lady's razor, it actually works pretty well, or, you know, for this nail polish here, this actually works really well at removing this adhesive sticker off my car. As you guessed, it's a little bit rude, and women don't want to hear that they are anything less than equal to guys. Obviously, that's where society is going at the moment, so if you actually manage to come up with a phrase or a sentence or suggest that for a girl's product that's kind of okay, it makes her feel like, dude, like, what the hell? Body shaming. This isn't any form of you telling her that she's put on a couple of pounds, this is you comparing her to an ex, this is you comparing her to a celebrity, or basically telling her that she is not good enough how she looks, therefore she needs to change to somehow be good enough for you. Now, I get it, sometimes we do pack on the pounds in a relationship, but there's a way of actually wording it in a nice way, but that also means supporting her through that, and if you make her feel that she is anything less than perfect to date you because she's not good enough, this is going to majorly turn her off. Now, guys sometimes don't realize the emotional effect that these types of phrases have. I've had it personally. A guy told me that his ex-girlfriend was ridiculously curvy and I should consider getting surgery, and I'm like, well, why do I want to be your girlfriend anymore if I'm clearly not good enough? Is it that time of the month because you're pretty angry right now? Women are allowed to have emotions. Women are allowed to be angry, and we don't always have to be constantly menstruating whilst we're angry. We can be angry at anything. There's something a little bit immature when a guy turns around and tells us that we are experiencing a certain scenario based on our bodily functions. It's immature, and women just do not like it. Wearing makeup is false advertisement. It's kind of like a swings and roundabout situation. However, women don't put makeup on for guys, they do it for themselves. We will start practicing new eye techniques, we want to buy a new eyeshadow palette, and we will put makeup on to make ourselves feel good, and that means we don't leave the house. So yes, some of us practice new makeup techniques at 3 o'clock in the morning when everyone else is asleep. It's something girls do. We don't wear makeup for your amusement, and if you actually think that we are this perfect with all of our fake eyelashes on, our porcelain skin, well then, the problem's actually you. You're just way too emotional. There's something that is such a huge turn off when a guy tells a lady that she is too emotional. Yeah, she has emotions. She's a lot more emotionally stimulated and intellectual than guys, sadly, that's how women have been created. It makes a lady feel very underappreciated because basically, you are saying, how dare you have emotions? Like, you have emotions, that's weird, I don't understand it. The problem is your problem. If you are dating a girl, you have to understand that she does have emotions, she's higher up on that emotional ratio than what you are. So, by talking out loud and telling her that she's in the wrong and that she's very sensitive and overly emotional, well, why would you want to date a woman if you weren't willing to put up with the emotional side of her, right? Talking about other women. I get it, guys like the looks of lots of different types of women, but their girlfriends don't want to hear it. If you end up talking about how gorgeous a certain celebrity is, don't expect your girlfriend to give you any intimacy for that night because she will think, wow, I'm being told I'm not good enough. It relates very closely to the body shaming phrase we just talked about. Women want to always be as perfect as they can, they want to feel good about themselves, and when you start talking about how amazing someone else is, they almost feel like all this effort is going to nothing, and he doesn't really like me. You were just like your mother. Yeah, we don't want to hear this. If you tell us that we are like our mums, we will probably not want to talk to you for the next couple of hours. It really does turn us off. Sometimes we have less than ideal mother situations, and for you to compare us to our mums, we're like, whoa, that's very below the belt. I'm very offended right now. Insulting your ex. You might be doing it to one of your current girlfriends by talking about how bad your previous ex-girlfriend was. We understand that, but you actually come across as very toxic because it's very immature that you can't just let that relationship rest. It's over, you forget about it, you're supposed to talk about positive things instead. But if you do stop bringing up how terrible she was and start talking about stories, we are kind of like, you're talking about her a lot. Are you over her? Why are you with me? It doesn't actually spur us up to want to have intimate moments with you. Now, this ties on very nicely to the previous phrase, and that is insulting her ex. If you feel it's okay to insult her ex-partner because it makes you come out on top, this is actually a very toxic trait. It's bad behavior, and obviously, this goes both ways. If she was doing it to your exes, obviously this will definitely apply. If you are insulting someone that she has spent a lot of her time with, it's a sign of immaturity that you are not willing to accept that she once had previous partners before you. If you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know, to confirm that you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and share it later. Let's continue. 11 irresistible mysterious traits that women love in a guy. If you have ever wondered why women actually find mysterious guys very irresistible, well, this is your lucky day because I'm going to share a little secret with you. When we fall in love with someone, we end up getting pretty bored when we basically know who they are. We figure them out, we know what their dreams are, their weaknesses, their favorite pizza topping, pretty much anything that you can think of. However, when we have a mysterious guy that's thrown into the mix, we never truly know anything about them. We don't really know what they're thinking, and this is beautiful because it drives a lady wild because she always wants to chase him. So, this video is going to give you the many different traits that make men irresistible to the ladies. My name is Pamela Raquel, and welcome to the video. Trait 1, they are very charismatic without doing a great deal. These types of guys are super cool. They may have some cool gadgets that they show off once in a while. They have some amazing topics to talk about, but what you realize is they don't actually do anything to impress people on purpose. They are accidentally cool, which makes them even cooler. They don't really mind if people like them or if people don't like them. They are not the type of guy who wants to go out there and brag about stuff because bragging to them is pretty icky. They don't care for gossip, they just want to get on with life and do things that they enjoy, and talking bad about someone is something they really cannot stand. Trait 2, they challenge how a lady thinks. He has the power of being so irresistibly mysterious that he can change what she thinks about. He's not rude, and he doesn't make her question her own religious beliefs, for example. He just merely says, okay, so why do you believe that, and then asks her more follow-up questions to make her talk more about the things she believes in. Now, this is brilliant because remember, women are emotional creatures, and if you can get a woman to want to open up emotionally about something, you have definitely made her feel comfortable, which is the first point of attraction. She actually thinks, you know what, I think a little bit differently about that, and, you know what, that guy is amazing. I'm very attracted to him. So, she still believes in the things she believes in, her values, her beliefs, her dreams. However, she sees it from a different side point. Now, these types of guys, while they don't get aggressive easily, this guy is one that does not lash out when he's not getting his own way. He doesn't seek control because he doesn't care if he doesn't lose control. He is not an angry aggressive person, and obviously, we know why women would like this. Trait 3, a lady never quite has his heart. Another mysterious trait is how a guy is very focused on his own interests, his dreams, and living out his passions, that they will always come just above a lady because he understands the importance of having a variety of different loves. That means that it's not that the girl is second priority and second best, he just doesn't stop doing things when he's in a relationship. Trait 4, they don't talk much. A mysterious guy doesn't really talk about his day. He doesn't really want to share what he got up to at the weekend or his future plans, and because of this, a woman is so interested and in tune to find out more about him that she asks lots of questions. So she naturally invests a lot of time into him, and before she knows it, she's definitely addicted to him. Trait 5, this type of guy has a small circle of good people. The mysterious guy isn't the type to brag on social media about the things he got up to. He doesn't have a wild friend group, which makes her feel relieved. Instead, he has a very close-knitted situation with everyone in his life, and because he has a small group of people that are constantly there, it means he invests his time into everyone, and he's really awesome when it comes to relationships with friends, with family, not just girlfriends. Now, women love this because it's a sense that he is very mature, and obviously, women want to date mature guys. Trait 6. They are more emotionally aware of themselves. A mysterious guy is someone that is very well attuned to how he is feeling, and because his internal state affects how he's on the exterior, he won't force himself to do things that he doesn't like. He's slightly easy to read, so because of this, he's more able to open up about his emotions with women, and women absolutely love this in a guy. Everyone on the planet is an emotional creature. However, society has sadly made you guys feel that you have to subdue and water down your emotions because, apparently, it's considered a weakness. Having to get a guy to realize it's okay to actually open up about how he feels, it's a lot of stress to have to deal with. Therefore, the mysterious guy has already hit the nail on the head with his emotions, making the relationship overall a lot smoother to run. Plus, if he knows how he feels, it means he's more in tune with her emotions as well. Trait 7. They keep a lady chasing. We have covered a video dedicated to the whole works of psychology and why women love to chase guys, so feel free to check that out next. But a mysterious guy is one that doesn't want to chase girls. He's so busy doing the things that he loves that women always feel they have to run up behind them and constantly keep them aware that she exists. Naturally, this goes in alignment with the push and the pull of the female and the male dynamic relationship, and women absolutely love to do this. But one of the other amazing things about a mysterious guy is the fact that a lady cannot quite read his mind. She doesn't know how he feels and what he's planning to do next, and this uncertainty is what drives that force to keep her chasing to make sure that he still wants her. Another great trait is how amazing he is at his overall observations. A mysterious man is one that spends a lot of time alone because he loves his own company, and he strives to seek information and knowledge about things that he's interested in, and because of this, he questions a lot of things around him. When he looks at something, he wants to know more about it, therefore he's very intellectual in nature. He is the guy that can pick up when a lady isn't feeling her usual happy self, therefore the woman feels closer to a guy like this because she doesn't have to directly state how she feels and explain it, and say, how to make this guy explain my emotions. Instead, he just gets it. So naturally, the state of being a great observer means that you are also a great communicator, and he's not the type of guy that will crack jokes that will offend people in the friend group because he's already clocked on to those around him and he knows what type of person they are and makes sure that he doesn't do anything to offend or upset anyone, and this is a woman's dream. Trait 8. They are calm and they give some amazing advice. This guy is so aware of his inner world, and because of that observant behavior that we just mentioned, he knows what is well and truly going on around him at all times. He is not the type of man to take a leap without looking, invest the whole house deposit into stocks and then hopefully wait, there's no dip. And a lady does not want to have unnecessary stress in a relationship, just like a guy doesn't. However, this type of man, because he's not going to conjure up stressful situations as much, is calm and collected, and also his intellectual experience means he gives some of the best advice ever. So naturally, he looks after her in a better way than the rest of the guys can because he's very in tune with how he feels, and if a woman can open up and feel safe with a guy, she's more likely to fall in love with him. Trait 9. They are extremely self-sufficient. A mysterious guy is one that does not need to be looked after by a lady. He knows exactly what he needs to do in life and he always works on becoming the best version of himself, or discovering what that best version could be. Yes, she wants to build up a guy, providing he starts on a good baseline, and these types of guys, she already knows there is a good baseline to build a relationship because there's a lot less hard work needed, making a relationship a very balanced mutual decision, as opposed to actually looking after a man means something she's more willing to go for, and it makes sense. The less work a woman feels she has to do to be happy, the easier it is because, hands up, no one wants a hard relationship, now do they? Not at all. Thank you for getting to the end of the video, that really means a lot, and something that you can do to really make my day is to subscribe to the membership on our channel. The link in the description bar below will tell you more about what that entails, but specifically, you get your name up on our superfan board right here. These are some amazing people that support the channel every single month. If you appreciate the amount of content that we are pumping out on a weekly basis, then this is a great way to say thank you. I really hope you have an amazing day. See you in the next video.